You see, when I was in high school, I was sitting in church as the preacher started talking about how God calls us to His purpose. All of a sudden, I was overtaken with the feeling that God was calling me to be a music minister. I even mentioned it a few days later to the preacher, who informed me that, yes, he had happened to catch my face from the pulpit and could tell from my expression that God was working on me. But I didn't follow through with any training for the music ministry. I went to college to get my public school teaching certificate. Then I went to graduate school. Then I started singing with the Gas House Gang. Then I started directing the Ambassadors of Harmony. Then I became a college music professor. Before I knew it, my call from God was 20 years in my past. Never pursued. I mentioned this to my counselor. He listened to my lament, and then he asked me, "How long has your quartet been singing together?" 18 years, I replied. "Where did you sing?" "All over the world." "Did you change people's lives through your music?" "I hope so, and I think maybe we did." "Did you sing for the Lord?" he asked me. "I didn't always sing about Him, but I always sang to Him." "Were you a witness for God during your travels?" And I said, "I really tried to be." Then he looked me in the eyes and said, "Jim, you've been a music minister for 18 years, and you've reached more people through your ministry than most church musicians ever see." His words engulfed me. "My music ministry," he said. And I started to cry. I have not called Barbershop my hobby since that day. It is not a hobby. It's a calling, a ministry. A full 8 months after the Gas House Gang's final concert, we got 2 emails within about a week that drove this point home for me. The first one reads in part, "I was born and raised in Berlin, Germany. My mother is German and my father is American. They are divorced. I live with my mother while my father resides in Australia trying to escape the debts he has here in Germany to the government and to my mother. I'm 19 now and just finished my German school degree. I learned to sing barbershop at my school here in Berlin from our vice principal, who has his own quartet and whom you might know from when he sang with you once a while back. It is one of his fondest memories, and he speaks very highly of you. He is like a second father to me, and it means a lot that you made him so happy and gave him such a fond memory. His eyes shine when he speaks of that occasion. I have had 5 quartets, which were all not very successful, but I plan to try again in Newcastle. Your music has been an inspiration and something to look up to for me in the last couple of years, and one of the main reasons I want to continue singing barbershop in college and forever after that. Especially Hold On has carried me through the last couple of years and is partially the reason I pulled together the wreck that I was due to alcohol, crazy nights, and smoking up, and got my high school diploma and my Abitur, and have the opportunity to start over and make something of my life. Recently, a friend of mine called, and her boyfriend had left her for another. She was a wreck. I played Hold On for her. She felt so much better afterwards, and I knew You guys had made magic. Thank you, Gas House Gang. Thank you all so much. And here is a bit of the second email. Your music helped me with some personal healing just now, and I wanted to let you know. I've been working late tonight and had live365.com playing as background music as I reviewed some documents. A few moments ago, your song, Lullaby, came on. The combination of words and music came together in such a way that I had to stop what I was doing and listen. As the music tuned me into the bond between the Father and the Son in the song, it was as if an arrow shot straight into my heart, and I began to weep. It was a good kind of hurt, one that helped me to grieve. You see, although I know my own dad has loved me, I haven't experienced the kind of emotional connection expressed in the song. My dad was never very expressive with his emotions. And even though we often enjoyed each other's company, we never really had that kind of bond, even though I have tried to make that kind of connection happen between us. Now, for the last few years, the man my dad was has been slowly drifting away due to Alzheimer's. And I doubt I will ever enjoy that connection in this life, though I have the sweet assurance that I will enjoy it in the presence of my Heavenly Father. Your song helped me get in touch with the wound I carry and gently coaxed me to grieve and heal a little. All this to say, you guys still have, via your recordings, a healing message in your music. Many of the songs have a musical formula that just plain fits the story of the words so well that when sung with the heart you guys have is movingly powerful. Thank you for your gift. It made a difference to me again tonight. Thank you. And here are some other short comments I've read recently. My wife and I come to your shows and leave better than when we came. You brought tears to the eyes of the man I love on Valentine's Day. He was so moved that he called me up and told me how much he loved me. Thank you so much. Wow. I had the chance to see you last night in Melbourne, Florida, and I enjoyed every single note that you guys sang. Now, I know I'm only 16, but I have a passion for Barbershop, quartets especially, and I know when I see the best being you. Thank you for singing Mamselle to me. I know I was as red can be, and I had a grin from ear to ear, but it was by far the best birthday gift ever. I truly enjoyed hearing your voices ring. I have become a huge fan. Thanks for bringing a smile to my face. Your group has been instrumental in bringing my voice out of the basement and into a quartet. Thank you for the push. Thank you for reminding me and all of us why we take part in this art form, where it's headed, and just what's possible when everyone can be committed to excellence and artistry. Unfortunately, words cannot possibly begin to convey what it is I want to express. You touch lives, inspire, and thrill with all that you do. I suppose only two are really needed. Thank you. Now, these last testimonials weren't sent to my quartet. I found them on the website guest books of various quartets and choruses across the country. Because of these ensembles' magnificent performances, hearts are tweaked. Precious memories are created. People muster up the courage to sing in a quartet, and husbands are compelled with tears in their eyes to call their wives and say they love them. And who knows how many thousands or even thousands upon thousands of other lives have been changed for the better because you guys are so obsessed with your hobby.